Welcome, welcome. I'm going to give people some time to get on before I begin to talk so I won't be sitting here talking to myself. How's that? In the meantime, I hope y'all had an amazing Monday. As you're coming in, say hello, click the like button. Hello, as you're coming in, welcome, welcome. Click the like button. I hope you had a great, great Monday. And hopefully, folks will start calling me the moment I start this live stream. Hello, I see two people coming in so far. Hello, how was your Monday? How was your day? I'm going to let a few more people join in. Alonzo, y'all, I'm letting my gray hair rip now. I'm not dyeing it anymore. But when I'm looking in this thing, my goodness, it's white in the front. It looks white to me anyway. But I'm not dyeing it again. What's going on? I wanted to respond back to some of these comments from the video I shared or posted, I should say, regarding Latrice Allen and her son. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it because I got some comments. And like I said, I always welcome people's feedback because everyone will not agree with me. And I get that. I'm just wasting water all over my shirt. I get that everyone is not going to agree with me. And that's fine because we're all entitled to our own opinions. And that's perfectly okay. Whether you're rude or not, because some of the comments just it's just flat out rude. But that will not stop me from doing what I'm doing. Let's see. Let me go. Let me start off with this one. Let me start off with this one. Let's see. What was the comment? News first. Let me do that. Let's see what this person just said. Let's see. You ladies, the creator may not condone homosexuality, but in the Bible, Jesus' teaching focus heavily on love, compassion, and forgiveness. He does not offer condemnation of homosexual acts. In the book of Matthew 19 and 12, this is what one of the messages someone just sent to me. Listen, it's specific in the Bible when the Lord is talking about homosexuality. There's nobody out here saying that they should not be loved, that they should not be respected. No, I've never said that. In fact, what I did say is that I have several family members who are gay, one of which is married to a woman, but we love her. We love them, all of them, collectively. So I'm not sure where she thought I was condemning them. I'm not the condemner. I can't condemn anyone, but you could bet your bottom dollar that the word can. The word definitely can and will condemn at that time when Jesus is ready. You don't want to hear those words, depart from me, depart. So, as much as I don't know every single thing in the Bible, if you read it, it tells you specifically. what God condones and what he does not want to happen. But the beautiful thing about following Christ is that he's not telling you to do anything wrong. You are supposed to love them. I absolutely disagree with preachers who ostracize a person who's gay. But like I said yesterday in my video, Saturday rather, people have a tendency of wanting to hear what they want to hear and wanting to um, condone whatever it is that makes them feel comfortable. As long as they're comfortable with it and it's not nudging at them, then they don't have a problem with it. Well, the Bible speaks about healing also, as I've said on Saturday rather. The Bible speaks about healing also. Why are you wanting to believe God when He said He could heal you? Why would you believe God when He says He's the Prince of Peace? We believe Him for all of the things that work for us, but the things that we don't want to accept, it's an issue. So that was one of the comments that someone just made. And of course, I welcome the comments. Here's another one. So instead of continuing to not follow Miss Allen, you are on YouTube making videos about her for clicks, coins, yet still trying to, instead of trying to reach out to her individually. What does this solve? But you judge her and truly do not know the whole story. Why people have certain ways, you have no empathy. Listen, whoever wrote this, whoever wrote this, let me be clear when I say this to you. You basically just did what you accused me of doing to Latrice, which is judging me instead of reaching out to me directly. You basically essentially just did the same exact thing you wrote about. Y'all ever heard the saying, you read the room? You know whose personality that you may be able to approach from who you can't. I've been watching her before for years, and she is big headed. No one would be able to tell her anything. And I'm sure someone else have reached out to her. I didn't feel compelled to reach out to her because the video truly is not full of trees. It's for someone else that may be listening to what I'm saying and they're like, wow, that makes sense. I've been struggling with my child for years. Maybe I need to, as a parent, try reaching back out to my child. Let's see if we can get some therapy together. Let's see if we can make this work out. So the video was so parents can acknowledge the wrongdoing. Why wouldn't you want to acknowledge when your child is in pain? No, I do not know everything that happened. I do not know the full details of what happened in her life. Of course, none of us don't. And the individual who wrote this and sent it to me, this comment, she doesn't know, or he, whoever it is, doesn't know the whole story. Social media is open, it's an open space for anyone to get on and speak about what they see. You cannot get on social media, say the things that you say, expose your life to everyone that watches you, and then turn around and you want us to be quiet. We're not supposed to say anything now. Watch. I'm recording. I just watched this same woman, Latrice. She came across my timeline on TikTok. I thought maybe she would be talking about the situation with her son, but no, instead, she's in the video twerking, saying, this is how you show these haters, basically being condescending towards her son. If this is something that some of you all agree with, y'all are okay with that? Are you, come on now, are y'all seriously, y'all please like the video as you're coming in and say hello? You can't possibly be that insane that you could say you're Latrice Allen all day long.
It's almost as if this is a competition between her and her son. This is not a competition. Do I believe everything that he said? I'm not sure because I wasn't there. But what I can say is, I don't think this young man is going to get on social media. And I mean, just if he is, he's a hell of a storyteller. And that's just the truth. He is a hellified storyteller, if that's the case. Someone else commented and said, it's such a breath of fresh air when grown adult takes responsibility and accountability with such a delicate emotional subject, parental guidance. It is a delicate topic. It's extremely delicate because everyone does parenting in a different way. Yes, it's very, very delicate. But I appreciate that comment. I truly do appreciate that comment because, like I said before, hold on just a second. No, it's not locked. It's right there on the counter, but don't tell the bowl. You don't want, yeah, you can put it in that bag right there. But listen now, hold on to that lid tight because you don't want it to flip. Noodles. That's some extra noodles. You want one of the ginger ale? You heard he did some more. That's my son just walking in, y'all. Give me just a second. Can you help me set up the podcast equipment? Yeah, I can do it tomorrow. You're coming by tomorrow. Don't. You're lying. He's lying. But anyway, yes, parenting is a very delicate topic of conversation for anyone to have to have, especially when we didn't do the greatest with our children. I mean that I believe that a whole lot of healing can take place if mothers, fathers would just simply acknowledge what they've done wrong in their children's life, try to seek counseling together or separate, whatever works best. But you cannot expect to go on year after year as if your children don't remember what the heck you've done to them. That's what I had to do. The very first book that I've written called Overcoming Destructive Relationships, which is on Amazon. I had my son and I went out to lunch one day and we talked about that. I gave him a copy of it so that he could understand me and understand what frame of mind I was in that even allowed me to be so malicious with him and angry with him. Did I love him? Loved him, loved him, loved him. But I didn't know how to control my anger, and that spewed over into my son. So the purpose of the video, as the person said, is not for clicks because I work. I work a full-time job and working on other things on the sideline. So I can't get on social media all day like some people do because social media is a main source of income for a lot of folks. But I utilize it when I can. I'm trying to get better with going live on this particular platform because I was going on Facebook Live for quite a bit. I told my son, I told my son when, thanks for the likes, appreciate it. I truly do appreciate it. Y'all, please feel free to converse back and forth with me. Any questions you want answered, I have no problems answering them. Um, my son, father was not in his life. We literally, my son is 35 now. He'll be 36 next weekend. We literally was in the courtroom over 20 years ago. His dad sat right by him in the courtroom and said absolutely nothing to him, didn't even look in my son's face. After the paternity test was already taken, so he knew that this was his child. But for him, he allowed his bitterness and me not aborting the baby to take the best of him, to get the best of him. And so he's like, he told me straight up. He grabbed my arm one night in the car and told me straight up, if you have this baby, I guarantee you, you will be raising this child by yourself. And that's exactly what he did. Eventually, I got child support, but that's all I got. No emotional support from his dad whatsoever. I think my son has seen him once or twice in his entire 35 years. How do you think that made him feel? So he said when he had his children, my son said he would never treat his children the way his father treated him. But what I told him was, don't you ever allow yourself to use your dad as the roadmap to how you take care and raise your children. Don't compete with him. Do what's right for your children because it is the thing for you to do. And he is a great father to the four of his children. Absolutely amazing dad to each one of them. But I wonder how that would have, if the shoes would have, if the tables would have turned, excuse me, would the tables had turned if I didn't apologize to my son, if I didn't make it right with my son, that generational curse could have carried on. So when I saw Latrice the other day twerking and carrying on TikTok, I'm like, well, all the stuff your son is saying, instead of you sit down and talk to the people who are following you, talk to them and say, listen, my son is going through something right now. This is something that I have to really, really get in touch with my son over, and we have to get some help and to discuss what's going on. She's not the type of person who's ready for that. She's 100% pig-headed. I mean, just flat out pig-headed. So what we do to our children, I'll say it 1,000 times, it matters. In my first book, one of the chapters in that book, as parents, let's face it, children have problems too. Because I think sometimes as adults, they just assume we have had the tendency of just assuming that as long as they're being fed, as long as they have a roof over their heads, as long as they have clothes to wear, the lights are on, they're fine. We just automatically assume this. But we don't know the hell that half of these kids are going through. Just before I started working for this company about a year ago, I've been substituting in the schools. And you'd be amazed of some of the things those kids are saying in elementary school and what they deal with at home. You would be absolutely amazed. It's crazy that a little mind like that even have to consider some of the things that they're going through talking about it, let alone having to talk about what they're seeing inside of the house with their parents, what their mom and dad is not doing. I'm talking about I'm subbing in a middle school and the kids have anxiety real bad. So when we hear people say, why are you talking about this person? Why are you making these videos? Well, don't you think it takes a community to help adults also? We don't know it all. We get it wrong many times. Many times we get it wrong. Let me see if I could find something else someone said. Yes, she is money hungry. Someone just sent another message. She is money hungry. I think it's almost like some preachers, they start out real well. I mean, they start out loving, loving, loving God. And then when they get bigger and bigger, the money emasculates so thick in their lives, they start turning. And it's all about money. It's all about money. And I said some preachers, I didn't say all. So it's the same thing with social media. After a while, people start getting bored of the same content, the same thing over and over and over again. People want to see something new, so then sometimes you have to up the ante. But I am not going to allow social media to dictate to me how I behave on this app. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. So you guys tell me if you would I'm getting ready to, like I said before, I'm getting ready. I think I made a post earlier today. I'm going to start doing a series on narcissistic abuse, and I'm considering starting it this weekend. I think I want to go live and start doing that. I'm looking for something specifically here. That's why my head is down, y'all. I'm looking for something. So tell me what you think about that. Me going live. Where's my book? I took it back in the room. I would have, you know what? Let me see if I could do this. Let me see if I could give you all a visual of what the books look like. So if you want to get out there and purchase it, you can. I should have included the link in this video. That's what I should have done. I should have included the link, but let's see. Y'all like the video as you're coming in. And if you've not already done so, please go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell so that when I do come on live, y'all would know. I truly would appreciate that. Listen, I'm searching for these books so I could show it to you. So um, when you were to go looking for it, you'd see what it looks like. I think I showed this one the other day, but I'm gonna show it again just in case some people didn't see it. Breaking the chains of a narcissist. Okay, so that's one of them. Hold on. Y'all, I'm gonna attempt to move my I'm going to attempt to move this camera here. I get so many notifications, it's ridiculous. I mean, seriously, come on. I just had it a moment ago. Give me a second. Oh, here it is. Let me see if I can do this without making a big mess. Give me a second. So that's the first book, Breaking the Chains of a Narcissist. It's extremely good. The book talks about what I've went through in my former marriage. Um, and let me read to you what the inscription is. It says, can you imagine being taken to a place of phenomenal ecstasy by the person of your dreams where only you allow them to control your highs and lows? Let me turn this thing here on mute. Hold on a minute, because I can't stand that talking in my ear while I'm reading. Imagine receiving a burst of love and affection that completely clouds your vision and judgment. You experience complete euphoria until who they really are is revealed. Although these behaviors vary in different individuals, the content of this book displays different scenarios that I myself experienced to hopefully help others to recognize some of the behaviors and be aware. So that's the first book that I've written. Y'all like the video as you're coming in, please? Uh, overcoming. Overcoming. I'm searching the other one. Overcoming Y'all had a good Monday so far? Y'all are not talking to me today. What's up with that? What is up with that? Because I talk a lot. You talk back. I promise you, I'll talk. I talk a lot. My coworkers on the job tells me I talk a lot. Let's see. So I know I didn't take it down. Give me just a second. Let's see. Where am I? Nope, that's overcoming destructive anger. Where is my book? Where is my book? I know I didn't take it down, so where is it? I don't understand why is that not why is it not showing me that book? Let me try another one, y'all. Freedom. Freedom from narcissistic abuse. Freedom from narcissistic abuse. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Go down a little bit more. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, that's not. Where's. I got something even better. KDP. So I won't have to sit here trying to search on Amazon. KDP Amazon. Let's see here. Okay. My daughter is telling me she went to the emergency room. Call her in a minute. Y'all, I don't understand why I can't pull this stuff up. Now my computer is freezing. What in the world? Y'all, I don't know why my computer is freezing. Give me just a second. Um, Freedom from narcissistic abuse. Gabrielle, the biggest little dreamer. All of this is on Amazon. But for some reason, my dang on computer is freezing. As soon as you're trying to do something, okay, all right. I think I'm smoking now. I think I'm smoking. Hold on. I think I'm smoking. Hold on. I had to log into. All right. So I'll find freedom from narcissistic abuse. So let me turn this around for you. So there is Overcoming Destructive Relationships by Tracy Smalls. I wrote that years ago. Um, Gabrielle, the biggest little dreamers, that's not what the cover looks like anymore. I actually made an adjustment to it. So here's the thing. I like to share this with people. When I first wrote the book, Gabrielle, the biggest little dreamer, I didn't want it to be an African American child or Caucasian. I just wanted something for all children. Um, and then I got a lot of flack. And then I realized, well, you know what? I have granddaughters. Let me write something so that they could be proud of and say, wow, grandmama wrote a book. So this is Gabrielle, the biggest little dreamer. And all of these books are on Amazon.
And then let me see if I could find let me see about finding freedom from narcissistic abuse because that's supposed to be out there also. So tell me, would you all be interested in hearing a series on narcissistic abuse? And I'm really considering starting from my perspective and what I've been through. I am so sorry. All of y'all were yelling at me, and I got so caught up into what I was doing. Hi, Phyllis. Romance. Hello. Devin. Hi. Thank you, Devin. Appreciate it. Thank you. Caroline. Hi. Hi, Barbara. Yeah, it is really sad. And you know what, Lisa, you're absolutely right. It's almost like with adults. Sometimes adults would rather go to work than to be at home to get away from the craziness of it all at home. Sometimes the only rescue those kids do have is in school, to be honest with you. Sometimes that's the only rescue they have. Oh, I'm glad your Monday was pleasant. Nice. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm a five-time granny. Your string shooting the bus? Yep, you're absolutely correct. What'd you say? Do you want me to lie or tell the truth? No, it doesn't. I mean, you asked me to be honest. Yes, it's so kind of the same way. Yeah, I don't know. I thought you were gonna have to put in the other one. That's what I was. Oh, okay. I understand. I don't understand why I can't find. I wish you all could see some of the interviews that I've done. If you go through my YouTube channel, there are some interviews I've done. I was on a TV show in Sumter, South Carolina, a Christian TV show. Um, I've done. Oh gosh, what's the name of the TV show that airs on? Oh my goodness, I don't remember it, but I've done several different things talking about narcissistic abuse. Several things. See, I don't understand. I'm going to have to call her because Freedom from Narcissistic Abuse, I actually had that published through another company, and I can't see it on my KDP account. So I need to find out what's going on with that. I definitely need to figure that out. Definitely. So I think tomorrow, maybe. If it's not tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Tuesday. If not tomorrow, maybe perhaps Wednesday, I'll consider going live. And if I do, it's probably going to be around between 6 and 7 o'clock. I think that would be the best. Freedom from narcissistic. Oh. I know what it is, y'all. I'm messing up myself. There it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. Let's see if I could pull it up now. Oh, Lord. This ring light is hot. You hear me? It is hot, hot, hot. Oh, freedom from narcissistic abuse. Where is it? Uh, I don't see it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call her to find out what's going on with that. That's a good time, Delisa. Thank you. Between 6 and 7, I'll be going live, talking about these books. Well, Freedom from Breaking the Chains of a Narcissist. Because let me tell you something. I had no idea that I was dealing with a narcissistic man. Had no idea. First of all, I heard the terminology narcissism, but unless it's directly affecting you, you really don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. It's just like, kids being murdered out in the streets, and it's like, oh, that's so sad, that happened. But you never feel the full impact of it until it happens in your family. And I'm saying that because that's what happened to me. I had two first cousin children who were murdered due to gun violence. I'm talking about 18 years old, both boys. 18, one, and I think maybe one 19. Neither one of the deaths was resolved. So it's just like they're gone just for nothing. So it's almost just like that when you're dealing with a person who's a narcissist. You hear people calling folks narcissists all the time. Narcissist, narcissist, narcissist. And you really don't get it until you're actually in it. And I think sometimes people think it's an overkill or exaggeration when folks are talking about being involved with a narcissist. They just truly don't understand how severe and how serious it can be. I didn't realize. I'm going to see if I can lean this. No, I can't do that. I didn't realize that I was involved with a narcissist until I actually left him. When I left him, I'm at work at my desk, and I'm just as sad as I could be, depressed. Um, and this guy came across my timeline. He was talking about narcissism, and my mouth literally dropped. It was like, it was an aha moment. It felt like a weight was lifted off from my shoulders because it was at that time and that time only I realized what I was dealing with. I wasn't crazy. Because we got to get into this topic. We got to get into this conversation. But truly, a weight lifted off of me, and it didn't make me feel any better as far as the hurt. But then I understood at that time I wasn't crazy. Everything that I was experiencing and had experienced was real. Mind you, I've been married to him 5 years ago. And to this day, this man is still talking and lying about me. It's just crazy. It's crazy. They never stop. They never get enough until they close their eyes for the final time. Most of them. Most of them just never get it. So I'm going to be back on. I appreciate everyone who's tuning in. This ring light is giving me a pickle right now because it's dead smack in my face and it's hot. I don't know if you all are experiencing the heat like we are in South Carolina. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that out of my face a little bit. I don't know if the heat is real where you all are from. Where are you from? Anyone from South Carolina? You're right, Delisa. They cannot help themselves. It is a true natural born sickness. And I don't mean that literally because I don't believe that people are necessarily born being a narcissist, but I often tell people if you pay attention to Illinois, okay, thanks. If you pay attention to the family of the person who you're dating long enough, that's probably going to give you an indication of what you may very well be experiencing with this man or woman that you're getting ready to get involved with. Had I paid attention, then I would have known there's no way in the world he could have escaped all of what was going on in that family. I'm talking about all the siblings have some type of addiction. He certainly had one that I was not aware of, but it was just the ongoing craziness. The man made me feel like I was about to lose my mind, literally. So it's real. I'm going to kick it off with the love bombing phase. I think that's where I need to start. That's where I need to start. I'm going to share a little bit more about me and what it even made me attempt to move forward in a situation like that. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, Delisa. Did you get the book? Were you able to screenshot them? Thank you for, yeah, my hair is getting gray, 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 but I just asked my daughter last night about some products to help make it shine. Do something productive, like read a book. Yeah, that could be a very good thing. You want to shout out Fat Cat Fun? Absolutely. You have the most amazing day. Have the most amazing day. Okay? How's that for a shout out? Hmm? You are more than welcome. Do you have any suggestions on a good book that I may be able to read? If you do, please drop it in the comment section. I love to hear about it. You're flabbergasted. Why? Why would you be flabbergasted? Hmm? Help me out. Tell me. Tell me. You got a few minutes to tell me because I'm getting ready to get off of this thing here and go do what I need to do. Are you ready to tell me yet why you're flabbergasted? I'm all ears. You have my attention for a few more minutes and then I'm out of here. The Intelligent Investor. Wow. That sounds amazing. Have you read it? Have you? Oh, nice. Nice, nice. Okay. Well, you all have the most amazing evening. I will be back again this week. We will be sharing, or I should say, I will be sharing some information on narcissistic abuse and any questions you may have. Think about it. I will answer them to the best of my ability. One night I may bring my sister on. She has her doctorate in psychology, so um, she's very fluent in this thing, and I may bring her on. I may bring her on, or I may bring someone else on that I know who could really shed some light on the clinical side of things um, because it's real. It is definitely real. So, talk to you guys later. I am going to chill out for the rest of the day. I had a long day at work, so I'm going to chill out. I am going to chill out. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for all of the new subscriptions. Thanks for liking the video. If you want to support me and continue supporting me, please. You're having what? I don't understand that. You're having doubt. You're having a doubt. What does that mean? What does that mean? Help me understand what that means because I don't like to assume. You have a crush. She like you, but somehow you don't reply. Okay. Well, don't reply unless you want to just be a good, honest, sweet man and let them know. Be honest. Don't be a coward. Just be honest. I tell people all of the times, if you're not interested in someone, just let them know. She gave you mixed hints. How can I be in a good relationship with her? You probably can't. You probably can't be in a good relationship with her. Who would want to be in a relationship with anyone when you have to speculate or guess what they're thinking? A person who is interested in anyone is able to open their mouth and tell the individual exactly what they want. Good night, Delisa. Okay, I'm going to go now. Y'all have a good night. I'm tired. Bye bye.